Hello, welcome to another episode of Pilot Plain Coffee. No coffee once again. I'm really screwing this up. Maybe I should switch it to maybe Pilot Plain Camera. I don't know. But let me tell you about the biggest miscalculation, judgment error that I ever made while flying. I was flying a long cross country. It was about 1,000 nautical miles. And what had happened was I decided to push a bit too far on day 2. I really wanted to make it to the next airport. It was a beautiful airport. The hotels were better in that area and the food was definitely better in that area. I realized that I wasn't going to make it to that next airport that had the nice hotel, the nice food. I was going to get caught in my nightmare scenario between a broken layer above me, a broken layer below me, and here's me flying with a VFR rating right in the middle, pretty much a coffin. So if the lights went out, which was the sun, and they were going out fast, the right thing to do is turn around and retrace your steps back to that scattered layer. But the reality was I wasn't going to make it back to that scattered layer. I'd left that behind so long ago. Flying under these conditions during the day to a VFR pilot is not a challenge. However, once that sun goes down, it's a different story. That's dangerous flying. There would be no horizon. Terrain is featureless, so I can never ever get caught in that situation. I'd be making a call to ATC that sounds something like this.
I'm on a flight following. I'm originally headed to Charlie India Delta. I'm going to be going to Delta Kilo Bravo to avoid some weather. Tango Victor Victor.
Going to change destination to Delta Kilo Bravo, is that correct?
That's affirmative, Delta Kilo Bravo.
Tango Victor Victor, Ryan Ross said that is the new destination.
That was a good example of good decision making. I was not going to outrun the sun. Conditions weren't exactly great. I was in an area where there's just no lights on the ground. It was a featureless terrain. So I ended up staying in the hotel, woke up the next morning and carried on with my cross country. Safe flying and uneventful. So let's look at the day where my decision making was definitely questionable. The day started out great. As you can see, beautiful sun. I had a weather briefer brief me and I didn't see anything that really jumped out at me. But when you're on a long flight, say a 6-hour flight, you can kind of get lulled into a bit of, laziness, complacency. So on this particular day, as you can see, there's some few clouds here and there, there's some more clouds, nothing really is jumping out at you, but what ended up happening was those few clouds turned into scattered clouds. So this was my first stupid thing that I did, is I made a decision to fly above those scattered clouds, and that's kind of like that coffin analogy that I mentioned in the introduction. I pretty much flew between a broken layer above me and a scattered layer below me. So that was number one mistake. I shouldn't have done that. So what ended up happening is those scattered eventually turned into broken, and I realized that they weren't going to unbreak, and I was running out of light. So if I would have kept pressing forward, I would have been in real trouble. So it came down to a really quick decision where I saw one more airport in my vicinity, and I said, I'm diving through this layer below me and I'm landing at that airport. I didn't have time to turn around and retrace my steps and get back to scattered layer. So let's listen to that ATC conversation.
And it's Mooney Golf Tango Victor Victor.
Mooney Charlie Golf Tango Victor Victor, go ahead.
I'm running out of light here, so I think I'm going to descend and land at Kilo Mike Lima India. It's not too far from me.
Mooney Charlie Golf Tango Victor Victor, yep, that's us here at the Quad City Airport, and you can maneuver your discretion to maintain VFR.
Roger, should I switch over to that frequency or stay with you?
Mooney Charlie Golf Tango Victor Victor, you can stay with me for now. And do you have the airport in sight? It's 9 o'clock and about 7 miles.
Okay, it's a little bit of a layer of cloud here I'm going to have to go through, but it's not too bad. I'll let you know when I have it in sight.
Roger, and maintain VFR, and the current conditions are ceiling 2,600 overcast, visibility is 10, and wind 140 at 6. Mooney Charlie Golf Tango Victor Victor, and are you IFR capable and equipped?
Negative, I am not.
Roger, and are you still VFR right now?
I got a little bit of a layer of clouds to go through. I'm going to be going through right now.
Mooney Charlie Golf Tango Victor Victor, are you able to just make a turn back toward VFR conditions the way you came? Is there an area there where there is clouds?
I'm actually okay right now.
In hindsight, I think it's better to be honest with ATC. He's there to help you.
Mooney Charlie Golf Tango Victor Victor, Roger, and so you do see the airport now. You're about 9 o'clock and 5 miles.
I delayed responding to him because I was focused in on flying through that broken layer of clouds.
I'm out of the clouds and I have the airport in sight.
You know when ATC asks you when you're inbound for landing, are you IFR equipped, and you say negative, you f***ed up. Now, he did a great job. He was offering me a way out by saying, am I able to turn around and retrace my steps? But, you know, it was my assessment at the time that I wouldn't have made it. Now, if I continued pushing on to the next airport, that was half hour away, I would have been stuck above that broken layer you see there, and I would have been flying IMC, and I most likely would have died that night. So that decision making turned out to be the correct decision making. I got lucky, and I'm able to tell this story. A lot of pilots don't live through this type of story. A lot of pilots have died with this identical scenario.
Charlie Golf Tango Victor Victor, did you want to go to Elliott Aviation FBO?
Sure, I'm going to need parking overnight or until this weather clears up, so probably a day or two, thank you.
Charlie Golf Tango Victor Victor, roger that, and taxi to Elliott via Echo Kilo 5, cross runway 5 at taxiway Echo, and the FBO is at the base of the tower here.
Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like.